Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had those COs and RHU that keep passing contraband for the inmates, like if they're Amazon workers, smash that subscribe button. Go and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to all the patrons. I love you. Man, that list keeps growing. Keep it going. Stay tuned for your well-deserved shout out at the end. This episode wouldn't be possible without you. Love you guys. This fucking episode right here, man. I did a little Q&A. Oh, FYI, guys, I'm out of the Instagram shoe. Motherfucking, how long was that shit? 72 hours lockdown. What's up, man? That's some bullshit. I couldn't DM nobody. Be getting all these DMs. I couldn't even heart anything. But hey, I'm back in business now. What's up? What's happening, motherfuckers? This episode right here. So I launched a Q&A. Oh, Hector__Bravo. Go add me on the Instagram. I'm fucking shadow banned. Dispensa. A lot of the questions I get from correctional officers, brand new, is like, hey, how do I communicate with EOPs? They asked that earlier. How do I communicate with inmates? Verbal judo. How do I get them to do what I want? How do I survive my career? All right. You have to understand this. Do not do anything I'm telling you. Okay, let me put it this way. What do they always say? Kids, do not try this at home. Okay, kids, do not try this at home. This is just for informational purposes. Okay, for you to get a sense of awareness of what you're encountering. I say that because when I was a lieutenant for the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, there were some supervisors that would yell at the officers for finding weapons, finding drugs on inmates, and they would discourage them from doing their job. Oh, what the fuck? Why are you looking, man? Now we got a report. Now we got an incident. What the fuck? Now I got to roll this fool up. So I always told myself, that ain't going to be me, right? I'm not going to discourage the cops from fighting crime, but did I feel that way in my head? Sometimes I'd be like, oh, this motherfucker's overzealous. Slow down, dude. Slow down. You're not saving the world. Slow the fuck down in my head, right? So you can see how me speaking in this chair now, resigned in good standings, is different than when I was employed by the department. Now I can tell you guys what was my thought process back then. Okay. This fucking episode right here, now that I think of it, it's almost a piggyback to the ones a couple weeks ago. Picking and choosing your battles, what matters and what doesn't matter, and how to effectively communicate with inmates. All while not getting fucking killed and not getting fired. Oh, yes, Hector, thank you. Our Lord, Savior, correctional peace officer. Settle down, kids. I have to give you a backstory. All right. None of these scenarios are real. They're all fictional, meaning fake. None of these scenarios are real. Okay. I started the department in 2006. Maybe, just maybe, in 2006, if there was an inmate in your building refusing to lock it up, aka refusing to go back into his cell, whether it was count time, whether it was yard recall, day room recall, hey buddy, time for you to go. Stop calling him buddy. Stop calling. Motherfucker, this is me talking now, theoretically. Motherfucker, you're going back in your cell, okay? And the inmate in 2000, I couldn't even imagine the 90s. God forbid the 80s or 70s. I don't want to imagine it, okay? In 2006, if an inmate didn't want to lock it up, he was going to lock it up. What you mean, Hector? What you mean by that, my boy? If the inmate did not want to lock it up, go back to his cell, he was going to end up going back to his cell. Well, Hector, what would that look like? I don't know, man. Again, none of this is real. None of this ever happened. This is all fictional theories. If it were to happen, it would probably look like this. Hey, dude, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sitting right... I don't mean to be a dick. I'm out of the game already. Well, you see a motherfucker sitting down at the table by himself. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm not going to go in until I talk to the sergeant. Okay. Let's go, dude. Nah, I'm not going to go until you call the sergeant. You probably think I'm a dick, but you have to understand how things were back then. Allegedly, right? Allegedly. I don't know. I wasn't there. All right, dude, well, check this out. This is what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to escort you back to your cell. You walk up to him, you grab him by the arm, not like you don't want to hurt him, right? You grab him by the arm and you pick his ass up and you take him to the cell. Did they fight? Sometimes I heard they did. Was that the rules? I don't think there were rules back then. Maybe there was rules. Nobody gave a fuck about the rules. Allegedly, you're gonna go back in the cell. Oh, we get it now, Hector. If he didn't want to lock it up, he was gonna lock it up. That's period. No other way around it. There's no. Well, what if he assaults you? Well, after he assaults you, he's still gonna lock it up. Well, you're not getting away from locking it up. You're gonna lock it up, right? Now that made sense, maybe at that time what they told me. Your sergeants, after a good day at 10 p.m. at night, third watch, they'll say, "Hey, how was everybody's day? Everybody's day good? Any problems?" Nah, no problem, Sarge. Everything's good. Cool, man. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having a quiet night. Thank you guys for a quiet evening. Oh, you guys ever need anything, hit me up. Cool. Thank you guys. Everybody's cool, right? Yeah, that made sense. Then things started changing. The department started changing, evolving, policy changes, lawsuits, fucking cameras, rats, weasels, snakes, scoundrels, cowards. Everything changed. The system flipped. The system got flipped on his fucking head, you little youngsters. So you can imagine 2006 when you were locking dudes up. Oh, well, Hector, you're not a badass. For you to think you can force yourself onto another person and make them do what you want, it wasn't about that. You're not going to look like a bitch, I'll tell you that much. You're, as a correctional officer, back then, the mentality was you're not going to look like a bitch. When all your other fucking buildings are running smooth and your building's the only one not running smooth, how would you like your sergeant and lieutenant to be talking shit to you? I wouldn't. So that's what it was about, peer pressure like a motherfucker. Well, what if the inmate had a legitimate issue? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. They had 602s. I don't know. To be honest, I don't want to sound like I don't know. If he had a legitimate issue, he could have voiced it. I mean, they do get access to yard. He could talk to the sergeant out there. They had access to chow in the evening. I always tell them, you can talk to the sergeant out on the track. You can talk to the sergeant when you go to chow. What the fucking last thing I'm going to do is pick up this fucking phone. That's what I'm not going to do. Not picking up this phone. And again, it's not because I'm a badass. Why? Because I would have taken an ass kicking. I would have taken an ass kicking just to stand my ground. That's how prison was. Because it was worth it. It was worth it. It was a great paying job. Your bosses were solid. They weren't trying to fuck you. The inmates were cool. They were cool. Like, yeah, if one guy didn't want to lock it up, and again, I never did this shit, right? And you made him lock it up, and in the process, he got hurt, but he didn't tell on you, and you gave him an extra lunch. It's like, hey, sorry, my bad. Well, my bad too. Is that California model before the California model? No harm, no foul, man. Hey, I was feeling a certain way. My bad. Well, I was feeling a certain way too. My bad. No disrespect. It's all business, man. Fuck it. That kind of makes sense. Now, what ended up happening was the policy change, right? You can no longer use force to gain compliance with the lawful order. That would be gaining compliance with the lawful order. That was definitely using force. Let me tell you. Then they said, hey, we want you guys to call the sergeants. If an inmate doesn't want to lock it up, we want you to call the sergeants. And everybody fucking lost their minds, including myself. Oh, what? I'm a CO. I don't want to call the sergeant. That ain't my style. I ain't a bitch. I ain't weak. I can handle my own problems. It doesn't matter. That battle wasn't even a battle. We lost. That was fucking set in stone. You're gonna call the sergeant. Did a lot of people get in trouble? Did a lot of people get fired during that transitional period? Oh yeah, some motherfuckers didn't get the memo. Some OG ass cops, probably fucking Green Wall from Salinas Valley to Hatchapee, motherfuckers thought they were still over there where they came from. Ah, bitch, you're gonna take it back to your fucking cell. Right, I'm over here at Centinela like, hey, what the fuck? We can't do that anymore. Nah, no mames, he's gonna get us fired. Stay away. Nah, right? Oh, Hector, you're supposed to report your employees, your partners, if you do them something, see them doing something illegal. I don't know. I didn't see shit, right? I didn't fucking see shit, man. I had 30 fucking years to go. 30 years. I ain't fucking here for telling. I ain't here for nothing. Motherfucker decides to pick somebody up on his own. What difference does it make? Fast forward 2018, you had Warden Covello, who's the warden of Mill Creek, telling officers to pick motherfuckers and drag them from Bravo Yard, ADSEG, RJD to A Yard. Only the wardens could get away with breaking policy and procedure? Nah. Anyways, the game flipped. All of a sudden, call your sergeant, call your sergeant, call your sergeant. They took the power away from the correctional officers. This is where you guys don't understand if you're new. This whole transitioning period. You wonder why these OG COs fucking hate your guts and hate their life and hate their jobs and hate their wives and hate inmates and hate everything. Except Hector Bravo, because he tells it like it is. They lived it. They lived it. I experienced it, but I'm a chill dude, man. I'll go with the fucking flow. Despensa, I need a sparkling water. I need a bubbly. I want a motherfucking bubbly, bitch. You notice how I'm more happier these days? You notice how I'm more happier these days? Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit, dude. Fuck. I'm carefree. You tell me what you want. You want me to call the sergeant? I'll decide if I want to call the sergeant. All right, now this is where it got tricky. 11 minutes in. It's like, hey, you're going to lock it up. No, I'm not going to lock it up. And this is what I would do. Do not fucking do this, right? Do not fucking do this. You are not me. You are not you. You're going to get in trouble. You're going to get fucked up. Okay, I promised these young COs I would never show them the gray area. They used to tell me, hey, Lieutenant, I do need a bubbly bad. Lieutenant, show me the gray area. I said, fuck no. I ain't showing you the gray area, dude. If you don't know how to operate in that gray area, you need to stay the fuck away from there. As a matter of fact, none of us should be operating in the gray area now. This is fucking wild. Everyone's gonna get fired and fucked. It was case by case, right? Every inmate is different. The air is crispier than others. I can read people. I can call their bluffs. Hey, I'm not going to lock it up. Oh, you're going to lock it up. And then I would take 2 steps towards him. I would close the distance between me and him. I would make him feel my presence. Like that other motherfucker. Another guy that likes to talk bad about me on the YouTube, man, go follow his channel, Breaking the Cycle by Slugs. Shout out to the homie. Yes, dude, there's nothing wrong with me taking 2 steps forward and getting in his space. He's a criminal. He's a criminal. He shouldn't be getting in our space. Motherfucker, lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Well, it ain't that serious, Hector. It's just a job. Lock it up. Right, lock it up. I got a job to... Yeah, you're right. It is just a job. My job is to lock you up. Lock it up. Anyways, take a couple steps forward. Right, look at them. Right, hey, lock it up. Oh, man, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit, Sarge, right? That's some bullshit. I'm always getting... But you understand what they're doing. They're talking shit as they're walking back to their cell. That's cool. Just take it back, man. We got a clear count. I don't give a fuck about anything right now other than clearing count. Oh, well, Hector, that's inhumane. You should care about the inmates. Man, I have fucking thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of inmates. If I cared about one, I got to care about all of them. Too many. Too many. I can't even talk about that no more. I got threatened by legal action. I'm not talking about that no more. So then you see the game flip, man. That's just an example of locking up inmates. Are you really going to lose your fucking job? Are you really going to get beat up in 2024 because you think you want to hold down some type of imaginary line that doesn't exist? Maybe it existed in 06, 07, 08, 09, 010, 011, 012, 013, 014, 015. And then after that, it just kind of went to the wayside, right? Hey, wave the white flag. Motherfucker, he doesn't want to lock it up. Do what you're instructed to do. You pick up that, you got body-worn camera, you got AVSS. Pick up that fucking telephone. Hey, Sarge, I have an inmate right here that does not want to lock it up. Housing Unit 14. Is it inmate Jones? Yeah. Then you're going to have the 2-year sergeant that never did nothing, never been nowhere, who probably was a fucking officer on Charlie Yard, who again, never been nowhere, never did nothing, is like, oh, you're a weak-ass cop. You can't lock up your own building, run your building. No, don't do that. Because the second that you run your building and you fuck up, he's going to burn you. The whole system's going to burn you, right? Do what your policy and procedure tell you to fucking do in 2024. Do not vary from your fucking policy and procedure. And document everything. I feel like I shouldn't have told you guys to follow policy and procedure. Oh, unless you guys are feeling influence or pressure to want to act hard or not look like a bitch to your partners, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. I didn't give a fuck. A lot of people used to talk shit about me that I was weak or soft, but in my head, I don't give a fuck. When I was a visiting lieutenant, there was a lot of overdoses on Charlie Yard. Okay, there may or may not have been a lot of dope coming in. Was I allowing it in? I wouldn't say I was allowing it. I definitely wasn't aware of an actual person with contraband. Hey, you can go ahead and come in. That's illegal as all hell. But hey, man, I'll tell you what, I ain't gonna fucking strip search a female and then get sued for $5.6 million. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. Pick and choose your fucking battles. Is it called giving up the house? Honestly, you want me to save you? You want me to save your life? You want me to save your job? Give up the house. Give up the house. You're gonna put a target on your back if you try anything else other than you doing what they want you to do. Unless it is putting your safety or the safety of others in jeopardy, then stand up for what's right. Well, Hector, I'm a new CO. I walk by a cell. I see a syringe. I see some dope. What would you do in 2024 if you were a CO? Honestly, I will make sure my camera is not facing the inside of the cell because you're going to get in trouble. I'll keep my camera facing forward down the tier. I'll knock on the window. I'll be like, what the fuck? Right? Flush it. Flush it. Now, this is me bluffing them. This is the gray area. Don't do this because you're not privy. You're going to try to do this, everything's going to go south. And be like, what the fuck, this motherfucker thinks he's Vic Mackey from The Shield. Motherfucker think he's Bosch, Harry Bosch. Usually I can scare people into doing what I want them to do. It's called intimidation. It's really a whole lot of bluffing, right? It's really a whole lot of bluffing. I was pretty good at it. Fucking flush that shit right now. And then hopefully, luckily, they flush it, okay? And if they don't flush it, then I would threaten that I was going to open the cell door, right? Because you kind of mouth it to them because they're watching you on the body-worn camera. You'd be like, fucking flush it. Now, why would I want them to flush it? Well, number one, I don't want them to have dope. Number two, I'm not going to fight the inmate for the dope. Number three, I'm not going to write a report so the fucking sergeant can hate my guts. So I used to find ways of working smarter, not harder. Maybe you should too if you're capable of it, right? Unless you're like getting fired and beat up. So let's say he flushes the dope, right? And you see him and his face looks sad. Cool, don't do that again. The fuck, fucking asshole. You know what time I walk. I'm not doing any surprise checks around here. It's count time, dude. You couldn't wait 30 minutes to get high, Harold. Anyways, that's another example. What do you see him tattooing? If I see him tattooing, I didn't see him tattooing. Tattooing in 2024, I don't let him. Yeah, I don't care, dude. I didn't care in 2006. I didn't care in 2006. Well, what about a weapon? Honestly, dude, you don't want to know what I think in 2024. If I see a motherfucker with a weapon, I'm just going to keep walking. Damn, what you mean, Hector? 2024? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to fight that man? Fuck, dude, motherfucker's high on bath salts. He's going to fucking stab you in the face for what? You're not going to win a medal. You ain't impress Hector Bravo. You'll impress Hector Bravo if you live to fight another day. That little youngster made it, man. He looks like shit. He looks like Quasimodo, but that motherfucker did 38 years in the department. Look at him. Fucking 8 divorces. Motherfucker, you made it. You made it. Right? Pick and choose your fucking battles, man. You ain't there to look tough. You're there to protect your own safety. Don't let a motherfucker encroach. Oh, here's a good one, Hector. What if I have an inmate disrespecting me? That has to start before the disrespect starts, man. If you're out of shape, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you're asking to be disrespected. Nah, Hector, it shouldn't be that way. It's a predatory world, man. Ain't no motherfucker disrespecting me out of the blue, I'll tell you that much. Not because I'm a badass. I didn't carry myself in a way to be disrespected. Do they disrespect people? Could I have gotten disrespected? Have I ever? Oh, yeah. One dude told me I had faggot-ass eyebrows. He did. Well, goddamn, Hector, now that he mentioned it. Okay, he told me he had fucking faggot-ass eyebrows. This is a true story. Echo Yard. He was in a wheelchair. Oh, no, mames, Hector, you're going to beat up a guy in a wheelchair? Come on. None of them need wheelchairs. Motherfucker, they're over there doing handstand push-ups on their wheelchairs and fucking walkers. Oh, yeah, you're right, Hector, you're right. Damn, it's like you worked in the prison for 16 years, my boy. Motherfucker didn't need a wheelchair. He was in there for beating up fucking women. I done had it with this motherfucker. I was a lieutenant. I had a sergeant that was fucking known to beat the brakes off of dudes, allegedly. I don't know. I wasn't there. And I kicked out the inmate clerks. I said, get out. They knew what time it was. They left. There was a camera in the fucking hallway, which I knew about. In my mind, dude. And then I shouldn't have been doing this. This had to have been 20, I don't know, late in the game. And my mind was going, I'm going to crack this fucking door. I'm going to crack this fucking door. Hector, have you ever cracked doors? I'm going to tell you no. That's what I'm going to tell you. And then I thought about it. And I did the right thing. I took off walking. Cool down period for myself. I had to go to minimum facility. At the time, the Echo Lieutenant at Donovan was in charge of minimum facility as well, level 1. I told the sergeant, hey, I got to go, dude. He's like, yeah, good call. I was fucking pissed. Lost my cool. Should you be losing your cool over inmates? No, dude. He's disrespecting me behind the door. I'm not going to crack that fucking door and get fired and fucked up because I have my ego? Fuck no, it ain't worth it. I took a walk. I felt better. I'm here now talking. I have a pension coming, hopefully. CCR don't try to fuck me. Honestly, the only real true advice is unless you're about to get fucked up. Well, Hector, how do I know if I'm going to get fucked up? You're going to know it. You're going to know it, man. If an inmate will fucking getting too close. Why do I say that? Because have I ever seen this happen? Never have I seen an inmate on the other side of the yard telegraph his move that he was going to assault a CO. Run. Wah! You're just watching them over to come towards you. I just saw a staff assault video from like Vermont or something. You know, the inmates, they like to say that they're hardcore. They like to say that they're down with the business. Every fucking staff assault I've seen literally has been a cold clock from the side. Boom. From the back. Nah, not that CO that got his throat slashed in Corcoran. Yeah, that was in the front. Boom. What's up? What's happening? What point I'm trying to make is these inmates are not going to tell you that they're going to assault you, number one. They're going to get as close to you as possible, especially when you're not looking. That's why you always got to look. I did it this morning. I saw a dude in the hallway who I didn't recognize. He said, what's up to me? I said, what's up to him? The dude looked like he was, right, like about something. And then the whole time I just kept like looking over my shoulder, make sure I don't jump on my back, do something crazy. You know what I mean? Just have some fucking awareness. Have some fucking smarts about the system. Hector, you mean I should stop trying to find drugs? You want to get fired? You want to get beat up? You want to get in trouble for finding drugs? Hector, should I stop finding weapons? This is my theory. If you're going to do something, commit. Commit 100%. I'm tired of seeing correctional officers half-assing it. Oh, come here. Motherfuckers going into a fucking hostile situation, about to patting a dude down, oblivious. Oblivious is who's about to get fucked up right now. If you're going to commit all the way. If you're not going to commit, don't commit. That's how to survive. Fuck. With that, this episode was sponsored by the following and newest patrons. Hoop it or lose it. Who the fuck took a shit in the urinal? Nalgas Asadas. Dodgerman 83. 89 Made Me. CO's Gone Wild 69. Eddie 3609. You're a long way from Starbucks, homie. El Batman Americano. Ali. Do your 8 and hit the gate. Ismail. Tarvin. You're gonna lock it up, bitch. That wasn't a patron name. That was me talking. Carlos, Ramiro de Leon, John Wick, Abuelita's Journey, Abuelita's Irma, The Hound, Miss R, Milkers, Danners on My Feet. I don't give two shits. La Primera, Play at Your Own Risk, 209. That Chanate Warrior, William, Rigoberto, Theo, 949, Desmadroso, Hector, what's wrong with your head? I don't know. Menace to Society, A-Rod 310, Chris, Lizniak, Nisi B, I don't know, I'm not the regular, La Verga 209, Brian the Lone Specialist, Jesus, West, Este, Shags, the Homie Turtle 13, Pachanga 209, Darlene from Santa Ana, actually, all right, my boy? I don't know. If you're mandated, write me up. VSP80, Sabatino, Adalberto, Mercenary Mindset. Any reason I can't hold you? Fontaine, Dixon, McCrary, Kevin. Hey, CO, can I have a partial? I'm not the regular. Also, check out Manhattan Pizza from Anaheim, California. Giant Manhattan Pizza. Tell them Hector Bravo sent you. Hey, CO, can I have a partial? I'm not the regular. Program time. On to page number 2. Hey, I'm just medical. Get fucked. Take it home. Get fucked. Take it home. That's what we were just talking about this whole episode. You try selling that with a dude with a body-worn camera. Imagine, hey, CO, I'm not going to lock it up. I want to talk to the sergeant. And you reply with get fucked. Take it home. At least 5% for a year. At least 5% of your paycheck's getting docked for a fucking year. Why? Because the inmate's going to rat you out to some bitch-ass captain like Victor Cortez or Lionel the Rat Rodriguez. And they're going to fucking file on. They're going to review your body-worn camera. Yeah, there you are. Fucking Officer Smith telling Officer Jones or Inmate Jones, get fucked, take it home. Unprofessional. Should have never said that. Carnito treatment time. We've come a long way, huh? When allegedly you used to be able to drag motherfuckers back into the cell, now you can't even tell them nothing. You can't even tell them nothing with your words. Better call the sergeant. My outdoor activity, GG11 Bravo, the legend himself. Don Chicharo, shut the fuck up and make it wink. A la verga 760. No soy tu perra. Perra, no te confundas. Miss Raggio, G-Ride, Vote Newscom out, the prison psychologist, Fuerte 84, Zeus, Michigan Wolverines, I have an 8-hour chrono, put me out sick self, AWOL like Monty, one bad yard, Perro Cherokee Cat, I gave you 5 chits and you gave me 2 back. Hey, he only gave me, he only gave me 2 back. Let me see. Hey, Ramirez, let me see your chits, man. I think you got one of my chits. No, I didn't, bro. Fuck, Robles. No, I didn't. You're always tripping. I'm not always tripping. You're doing it right now, bro. You're fucking tripping, bro. That's why your wife left you. That's why your wife left you for the watch commander. The fuck? He was like Monty. Oh, yeah. Loco Moco, the Big Bad Wolf, Raider 62, L. Eli, Gerardo, Rigo SD, Belon Hector, what's wrong with your head? I don't know. Dude was doing the pipe, Denise, the real McCoy, not the fucking fake McCoy. JB Smooth, the Poking at 6-pack, CO. This is the inmate on the side of the cell. Ready? CO, Narcan don't work. My Sally is down. Man, down. Prison's so fucking retarded now. Holy, they need to do a podcast about it. Ricardo, Maladjusted, Ragtoss 5.0, Carmine the Pitbull, Lori, the homie CJ Zavalza, EOP Whisper, fuck your 602. Oh, another thing, don't tell the inmates. Imagine if an inmate asks you, hey, CO, can I get a 602? You have a body-worn camera and you say, fuck your 602. 10%. 10% for 2 years. Is it worth it? No, give them 10. Give them 10 fucking 602s. You lost the war. Joe, go to work. You want to be a CO, go to work. Shut the fuck up. Worry about your safety. Let Hector Bravo handle the rest. You worry about your safety. That's all I'm asking you. This is your only job. This is your only job as a CO. Go to work, make sure you don't get killed, make sure your partner don't get killed. I'll do everything else. Trust me. Just send me information. Fuck your 602. Las Vegas Flights Live. Go check them out. Onto page number 3. You guys could do that, right? You go to work, you make sure the inmates don't get within arm's reach, and then you shoot me information? Or is that too much for fucking ask for? Trying to hold up the world. You don't have to. You got me, Big Daddy Hector. Viva Mexico, cabrones. Did it now with his 785 dildos. Lockdown 5, La Reina, Winston, Tony, El Skid, the OG Hobie Cat. Ask Hobie Cat how much the department has changed over the years. Ooh, I bet he has some stories to tell you. I can only imagine. Lead with love, Albert 12, Soul Stars Motorcycle Club, support your movement, and I support Soul Stars Motorcycle Club, J.I., Claudia, Esquiel, Big Bad 48, the homie Nova, Linda, My Neighbors Hate Me, the retired CO, Michigan Wolverines, Robert, Chevelle 66, Hey Girl, pop me up so I can give you some OJT, Central Control, there's a code 1 in my pants, and the homie Rags, 30 fucking minutes of knowledge, wisdom, experience, and fun. If you haven't already signed up for that Patreon, that's one way to support this channel and also to view exclusive content. Make sure you hit the link in the description below. I love you. Keep pushing forward. Stay safe. Always do the right thing and utilize common sense. It boils down to common sense. Keep pushing forward.